finally can see and hear you.
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Hanging in there. Still in the office working, just grinding.
You're always working. That's what about you. She's always working, guys.
How are you?
I'm good. So we'll start by presenting ourselves. I'll
Mhm.
start on and then continue with the talk for today.
Okay.
So by talking about title company, it is an important step in the real estate transaction. Now, from the others, right, Carol? But
Yes.
Carol is in Florida. She is also in Tennessee, so she'll touch on Florida and Tennessee and any other state she may wants to chime on.
Okay.
My name is Lori, and I am the owner of Haitian Realtors. Haitian Realtors platform that is everyone's social media. We want to bring that gap that exists between Haitian real estate professionals and our community. So uh, we have a company, we have this platform set up for you guys so you guys can come in and interact. We provide some closing cost assistance. We want to provide education to real estate professionals and better serve our community. It is because a lot of communities around the US, they are doing that and we want to catch up. So that's why we have real estate professionals featured on this page so that they are there and they exist and they are very competitive in the market. With all that said, I would like to present you to today's guest.
Carly.
It's the one, the on Carline.
Right.
Carline, go ahead and take over and present yourself.
Thank you, Lori, very much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Carline Mazard Saintilus. I am a licensed title agent in the state of Florida as well as the state of Tennessee. Our office is headquartered in Broward County in beautiful city of Lauderdale Lakes, right inside of the heart of Fort Lauderdale. And we have branch offices in Orlando. And we also have an office in Tennessee, right outside of Nashville in a town called Clarksville. It's a suburb of Nashville, Tennessee. So I am a veteran licensed title agent, been in the industry 25 years this year. And I like this work. So I have been just about in every realm within the title industry. I've worked foreclosures, I've worked REOs, I've worked just the traditional sales, reverse mortgages, you name it. From the title angle, I've closed just about every transaction, thousands of transactions at this point. I want to say I'm probably close to the million closing mark really soon, getting there. All in the state of Florida. We cover the entire state from border to border. So from the Keys to the Panhandle, we cover it. The one thing about Title Geeks is that we are a full service title company and we provide all services related to title. We're all things title. And so we have this team approach that we take when we're working on a real estate transaction. So we don't work just as a standalone. We're not in a vacuum. However, we do definitely work with our realtors. We work with our lenders. We work with the buyers and sellers, everyone. And the way we treat our transactions is it's a community. So I love this work. I do see myself retiring from it. So I don't want to change careers. And so I'm stuck. You think after 25 years, right? So
love what you're doing. You're retired.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm gonna retire young enough. Yeah.
Just a quick question. I've gotten this question a lot from first time home buyers, especially. They don't know. They tell them they don't know what that is.
What is it now? Repeat it.
It's a title. Get a title for your house. What exactly is that paper? Can you tell them what that is?
So a title, title to a property, you can liken it to a deed to the property. That means you have title over it, just like, you know, a title over a vehicle. So it's a deed to the property where you have ownership. It's a piece of paper in its many different types of deeds. We have quitclaim deeds, warranty deeds, special warranty deeds, personal representative deeds. We have a bunch of different deeds. But that particular document gives you title, aka ownership of the property. And so with title, whenever there is a transaction on a property, whether it's a refinance or whether it's a traditional purchase of a home, you, meaning the consumer, has the option to purchase title insurance on the property. And what that does is it protects any encumbrances, any liens that may have existed on the property prior to that person taking on ownership. So, and it's a one-time premium. It's not like a regular insurance where you have installment payments. It's a one-time premium paid at the time of the transaction based on the transaction price, whether it's a loan amount or the sales amount. The premium is based on that, and it's set by the state of Florida. And it's a one-time payment, and it protects the owner as long as they own that property. Now, should they change, the ownership changes hands or owners, then that particular policy does not cover them anymore.
So the new have to get.
They would have to purchase the policy. Now, I'll give you an example of what it covers. Let's say, for instance, there was a prior owner, and the prior owner passed away, and there were some heirs. Maybe the prior owner had children or some heir down there, that person's lineage. If something were to happen and that property went into probate, and that heir did not sign their ownership interest on the property over to the new owner, that particular person somewhere down the road, maybe several years down the road, can say, oh, you know, I still own 123 Main Street. And they can go and knock on this person's door, and this property is sold, and this person is unsuspecting, and they own the house. And just out of the blue, someone can come and knock on your door and say, hey, I own 50% of this home. And so those are some of the things that the title insurance policy protects against. And so should that happen, and you know, it's human error, sometimes things happen in the title search. So when things like that do happen, that's when the owner has the title policy, and they can contact the underwriter to start the claims process, and the underwriter will then take it from there and try to resolve any issues.
Okay, so we can agree that this is
it's very important. I mean, it's just a list of things that can happen that the title policy covers, but there's also a list of things that is excluded from title policies as well. Mm-hmm.
Let's go on. Who pays the title company in a real estate transaction?
In terms of the title insurance, or because there are additional fees in the real estate transaction for the title company above and beyond the premium.
Can you tell us who covers that?
Yeah, so it all depends. So in Florida, there are certain counties, depending on where the property is, the buyer gets to choose the title company, and the buyer will pay for the title insurance policy. And then there are the majority of the other counties. So for example, Miami-Dade and Broward, the buyer has the option to choose the title company, and they'll pay for the title insurance coverage. So any county, from Palm Beach up north, and even out west, the seller has the option to select the title company, and the seller will pay for the title insurance policy. Now, above and beyond that, there are additional fees because the title company does a lot of work. We do a lot of work in the background. And so there are additional fees, and we also have third-party vendors that we use. We have survey companies that we have to hire for these transactions. We have a lien search company that they do their particular research as well. We also have many different types of vendors for homeowners associations. So, you know, 98% of the properties in Florida are governed by an HOA. So we have to also get in touch with these management companies or these homeowners associations, pay them a fee, and we advance those fees while the transaction is in process. And then we have to get those fees reimbursed back to us as the closing agent on the closing statement.
Great, great.
Mm-hmm.
You say in Broward, and the buyers they pay for these fees.
Yes, they have the option to choose the title company. Yes.
And where I live in Fort Myers, the sellers actually pay.
Yeah.
I actually not until maybe a few months ago realized that, well, not everywhere has the same, not the buyer all the time or the sellers pay all the time. So it depends on where you are.
Yeah, it's regional.
It's
Right.
really
However, what realtors can do too, if a realtor has a relationship with the title company and they do know the type of service that the title company can provide, the realtor has the option to negotiate that with the other side. And if they're able to maybe split the title insurance or maybe have the buyer pay for the title, it all depends on how they negotiate that part of it. Yeah. So it all depends on, again, the relationship that the realtor has with the title company, and if they know the quality and the type of work and the turnaround time, everything that they're looking for in the title company to help navigate that transaction to make sure it gets to the closing table, then yeah, it's almost worth it all the time, anytime, at any time.
exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
so I've known you, and I know your type of so that you work day and night and on
Yep.
vacation.
Still in the office. I'm going to be here for another couple of hours. I have several closings going on in the next few days. So, yeah.
Can you tell us how important it is to choose a title company that we know we have this say that time is of the essence? How important it is to choose the right title company for your real transaction?
It's extremely important because, especially with purchasing a home. So there are deadlines or benchmarks, I should say, that have to be met. You have your inspection period, you have the appraisal period, your loan application period, all of these different benchmarks that need to be met. And so if you have a title company that is, what we offer as well is the opportunity to kind of serve sort of like we offer like transaction coordination services where we send these critical dates to our clients to kind of keep them in line so that they can meet these benchmarks, so that because if these realtors are busy or these agents are busy with plenty of different clients, or if they don't have the reminders to pop up on their calendars, we send these dates and then they can just plug it in and as a reminder, hey, I have to schedule this appraisal, I have to schedule this inspection. So we offer these things as well. So I think it's very important because at the end of the day, it's a team. Like I said, we take a team approach. We definitely do everything that's necessary to get to the closing table. And so we want everyone to succeed. This is an industry, if a deal doesn't close, we don't get paid. That's the reality. And so it is, we have a stake in the game. So we have to do anything and everything necessary, of course, legal, to ensure and work with our partners to ensure that the closing gets to the table, that the buyer is, the lender has their part that they need to do, the realtor is doing their part, the title company is doing their part, but we're all working together succinctly to ensure that the closing happens. So you definitely want a title company that's, number one, always communicating regardless of anything, even if they don't have a response, just to acknowledge an email or respond and say, hey, I acknowledge receipt of your email, I'll get back to you. You definitely need to have that, because at the end of the day, that agent, it also has to respond to their client, and so they need to be able to let the client know, hey, my title company is on top of it. Just give them a chance, they're working on it, I'll get back with you with some information. Oftentimes, I have a lot of clients that come to me and say, the title company that I once used never really communicated with me. That doesn't happen in our culture here at Title Geeks. We communicate. Even if it's 1:00 in the morning, I'm responding to an email. It really doesn't matter for me, because I know how important it is for the agent to get back to their client and just give some type of feedback.
And having that communication makes it so much smoother.
Yeah, it's hugely important.
Close that deal. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
we have experience.
Yes.
experience, communication.
Oh, we offer so much more than that. In addition, we have a title. We just take things. We take the closings as a celebration. You know, when someone is going through the loan process to buy a home, it can be somewhat painful, stressful. I mean, every bit of emotion, the buyer may feel, the realtor may feel it. Sometimes the realtor may have to take off their agent hat and put on a counselor hat, or even some type of pastor hat, and just have moments with their client, because there's just so many things that they go through. And so when they get to the closing, the title company, the one thing that we do want to do is celebrate, because you made it. You achieved something. You got that clear to close. Yeah, it's time to celebrate. So with that, we have what's called closing karaoke closings. And so, yeah, so it is a lot of fun. We whenever a client comes to do a closing here, they have the option to do the karaoke either before or after the signing. I typically like it before the signing, because when they walk in, they don't know what to expect. So they're probably, sometimes they're so, nervous. They may think, oh, I'm going into the title company. They may turn around and tell me, oh, I can't close, so I've had so many different experiences with clients. It's amazing. So closing karaoke is, the client will choose, or the agent can choose any song, any genre, anything that they want. And we put it on and they perform. And it's such a fun icebreaker if they start before the signing, or even after the signing, just to kind of cap off the celebration. Either way, it's a lot of fun, and it's amazing. I don't know what else to say about that, but it's just an amazing experience. We love it. We always cheer on whoever's performing. We've had performances everywhere from Christian and gospel to Bob Marley, reggae. We have bachata, salsa, you name it. Like every genre across the board, we've experienced it so far. And there was one family that did the electric slide, and so we kind of did like a whole line dance with them. That was so much fun. So I mean, you name it, we do it. And we have other experiences with them. We have a popper. So it's really a celebration. Balloons, you name it. So I love it. I can't say more about it. It's just, for anyone to choose Title Geeks to handle their closing, you will have a great experience. And on top of what we do in the background.
That you offered.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, madam, for joining me.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
To get in contact with Carol, I'm sorry, I called you Carol on live.
I'm telling everybody my nickname.
The Title Geek, she's the owner of these three companies, or three.
Yeah, we have 3 locations. Yeah, we have 3 locations in 2 states.
With
more states coming soon.
More coming soon.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Yes. If anybody wants to contact us, you can definitely reach us on our website. Well, you can learn more about us on our website at www.thetitlegeeks.com. Our Instagram is at thetitlegeeksfl_TN. Those are the abbreviations for Florida and Tennessee. We're also on Facebook, The Title Geeks. And our telephone number, if anyone wants to write that down, is 844-433-5728.
It's also on your website.
Yes, it is. All of our contact. And they can reach us on our website as well. We have a contact us button.
Thank you so much. Well, for today, anyone has any questions or anything, please feel free to do them. It was so nice having you.
Thank you.
Looking forward to have more professionals, Haitian real estate professionals, and on Haitian realtors, so that we can pose them and them out to the Haitian community, because sometimes we don't think we have that. We don't think that they exist. We don't think that they're us. And I'm so glad that you're able to come in and talk to us about title gigs.
And speaking of being Haitian, not sure if your audience knows that I am Haitian. I'm of Haitian descent. We do our closings in Creole to our Haitian American home buyers and homeowners for those who do their refinances. So that way they have the opportunity to understand what it is that they're committing to in terms of a loan, so that they're not so confused and they know exactly what the terms of their mortgage is, and everything along with that goes along with that.
I'll go for that.
We also have, yes, in addition to the Creole, we are also able to facilitate closings in other language. We have someone here that speaks Spanish. We also have someone that speaks Mandarin Chinese.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and we're in the process of bringing on someone who speaks Portuguese as well.
Nice. We're not gonna every year stop any real estate. Oh, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Oh.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Take care. Back to work I go.
Bye, guys.
All right.